favorite in this elimination game. Greg, win, they play again. Lose, they go home.
And you just can't look ahead. Just focus on the moment. Value each possession. That's really all you can control.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Mikal Bridges out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Cooper. Then there's Mourning. And it's Kuzi in at the point guard position. Here's Short. Back to Stockton. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the hook. That one good for 2.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. Just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
And the hook shot isn't one that a lot of guys use these days.
Here's Kuzi. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Stockton looking around. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Stockton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
James Brago gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Mourning after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Into the lane. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Short. Malone outside. Abdul-Jabbar outside. 6 to shoot. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. And it's in there.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Bridges outside. Pass to Mourning. And it's Malone with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 6. Now, here's Stockton. There's a good screen. And here's Harden for 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Cooper the pass to Mourning. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. They set the screen. Cooper the pass to Giannis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Down low. Some solid defense here from Malone.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
New Orleans moving it around. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the assist from Harden. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points in the game. Pass to Kuzi. Bridges outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. New Orleans leading by 4. Brand, a screen on Nembhard. Roy against Nembhard. Roy gets to Brand. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside Harper. Pass to Baylor. Great D that time from Roy. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Now here's Harper. Here's Wicks. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Roy against Nembhard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get better.
Roy hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
1:51 left in the first. Hudson against Baylor. Here's Hudson. Scoreless thus far. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Good work defensively by Baylor. San Antonio trailing here. And here is Harper. Pass to Wicks. He shoots again. He lays it in. Wicks has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now Roy. To the middle. Here's Doherty. Rebounded by Allen. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's the double team with Allen. Pass to Theus. Brand, a screen on Allen. Theus, the pass to Brand. And it's Brand with the jam.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Hudson against Baylor. It off. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making things happen for the New Orleans Pelicans. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome for the second quarter of this critical play-in game. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
They got Doherty. Harden out there with Elton Brand. And it's Theus in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Kuzi. He has yet to score. Allen's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
Bridges outside. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. New Orleans in the lead. Out to the right wing. Short passes to Theus. And the basket is good. Theus has got his first bucket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harper wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Harper's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
One of those solid shooters from range you can count on. Harper keeping the defense honest.
Short passes to Dort, and the foul called on Jared Allen. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Morning's checked in for the Spurs. Cooper comes in for Harper. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Morning. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Karl Malone's checked in for Brand.
And you gotta love the fire that Morning plays with. His passion for the game is so special.
Stockton kicks to Abdul-Jabbar, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Short. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Screen by Giannis. Pass to Bridges. Beyond the arc. Short with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now Malone. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Cooper. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Kuzi. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Kuzi's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And now the Pelicans on the break.
And you love seeing Stockton get going defensively. Terrific at using his hands there to come up with steals.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. to Bridges. Giannis sets a screen for Bridges. Here's Cooper. Giannis a screen on Harden. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Cooper's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harden outside. Stockton outside. To the inside. Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Fires from 14. Giannis, no good. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to short. Here's Stockton. The rebound by the Spurs. In the corner, it's Bridges. Good on the triple. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
Drilling it from that coffin corner. Bridges wants that shot and searches it out.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here is Stockton. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. And there's Stockton. That's good on the assist by Abdul-Jabbar. Stockton's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Kuzi. Back to Nembhard. Lock at 6. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, man, that's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
To the paint. That was a textbook cam by Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Kuzi. Baylor a screen on Stockton. Kuzi passes to Morning. Here's Wicks. And the 3 off target. And so Stockton will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Harper. And it's Theus with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Boy kicks to Hudson. Allen with the rebound.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Torty with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number.
this early.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the... Looking at the scenario. And that about wraps.
Hi, everyone. Glad to have you back for third quarter action of the play-in game. Really an incredible game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. We've got Bridges, Antetokounmpo out there with Morning. Then there's Cooper, and it's Kuzi in at the point. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Spurs trail by 3. Pass to Cooper, fires for 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cooper's got 6 points.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Here's Malone, covered by Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stockton passes for Mourning. Mourning with some nice D.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Pass to Cooper. And that's a foul called on John Stockton. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now Bridges. 5 on the clock. Pass to Mourning. Over Malone. Mourning can't make it work. The Pelicans shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
How about the tenacity from Harden, giving the D no choice but to foul him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Pass to Mourning, and there's the call on Karl Malone. That is his first foul of the game. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Here's Kuzi. Now, here's Bridges. He's covered by Stockton. Bridges' shot, good.
Yeah, Bridges has many ways to convert inside, which can make it tough to stop him.
And so Harden will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Takes a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Bridges. Over to the left wing. Here's Kuzi. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And so here's New Orleans. Stockton the pass to Harden. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. He's guarded by Mourning. Kareem with the tough shot.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Inside, out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Short, defended by Bridges. Short passes to Stockton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harden. What a finish from Harden.
Fighting for those points. The beard playing tough.
Spurs trail by 4. There's the pick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. 18 points for him. Pass to Short. From deep, Harden. Harden with the long-range missile.
And any shot over half court is within Harden's range. He's one of the game's elite scorers of all time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got 3 assists now in this one. To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem throws it down.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
So both teams making some changes here. Pelicans on D. Pass to Nembhard. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Harper. Pelicans with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Boy against Nembhard. A jump hook. Nembhard grabs the board. Spurs trail by 6. Harper with the ball. Pass to Wicks. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baylor. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Theus. Now Roy. Nembhard covering. Here's Theus. Shoots over Harper. And it's Theus missing. Spurs have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Hudson against Harper. Back to Nembhard. Allen with the screen for Nembhard. From outside the arc. Doherty grabs the board. Doherty's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hudson against Harper. 1:51 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hudson. Rebound San Antonio. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. So, Richard, let's give him some credit. Jared Allen has turned himself into a more complete player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's not just a floor spacer, but he does everything else at an elite level. Very efficient. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes that will beat you.
Here's Roy. Jared Allen making his last shot. Now Roy. Another shot. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Ricks missing. Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Hudson. Brand outside. Here's Theus. He's guarded by Harper. Here's Theus to the paint. Doherty. And Brad Doherty with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Pass to Hudson. Outside Roy. Down low. It's stolen by Allen. Now here's Baylor. Hasn't made one yet. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we're back, a lot on the line for this playing game with 1 quarter left to go. Malone is out there with Elton Brand. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Short in at the small forward position. It's the Pelicans 5. Now, here's Bridges. From deep. Rebounded by Malone.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Short passes to Stockton. Here's Short. Stockton with a screen on Baylor. Here he goes. Outside for Stockton. Good, and the assist goes to Malone. Stockton's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Pelicans. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Bridges outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wicks. And the rejection by Creed.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
Giannis, he's checked in for San Antonio. Cooper comes in for Baylor. Pass to Cooper. And here's Giannis. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A smooth play inside by Abdul-Jabbar.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. On the clock.
And offensively, they have laid it up, and their field goal percentage continues to plummet.
Stockton passes to Abdul-Jabbar. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and they're pushing it up. On the wing, Bridges. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. A shot off that time.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Covered by Giannis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To end the drought, and Mourning throws it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Harden. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Malone's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pelicans pull it in. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing by 13.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Stockton. Harden outside. Pass to short. Giannis against Malone. Shot clock at 5.
That's the last guy you want to defend inside. Malone is just too good near the hoop.
First team foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
The Spurs making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, Giannis getting the defender to bite. That's a patient move, earning himself a trip to the line.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what James Borrego was saying to his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Harden, big-time move inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pelicans leading by 12. Now Harden. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Let's lose a 3. Bridges with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now onto the Antetokounmpo. Giannis automatic inside.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Here's the teardrop. Onto the Antetokounmpo with the rebound. Spurs trail by 10. side, Harper. Beyond the arc. Three. Good.
Although we often talk about Harper's scoring, he's just as adept at setting up his teammates.
Harden against Cooper. Can't get it. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And yeah, it's good.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Now, here is Harden.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And let's face it, James Harden, one of the most dangerous offensive weapons this league has ever seen, still has got the skills.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Harden pulls it down. And it's Harden with the ball for New Orleans. Bridges with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Now here's Stockton. He's off from 3.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Antetokounmpo. Count it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Well, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game?
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
Bridges fires. Missed on the 3. And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one. And they've done it. The New Orleans Pelicans get it done. Now they've made it through the first one and have a little momentum on their side for sure. They can go now into the next game, knowing the playoffs are well within reach.
Yeah, I mean, if this game's about survival for the 9th seed, the next one's about glory. That 8th spot in the playoff bracket will be on the line.
All right, that'll be all from us tonight.
So say does that star.
Grant. These are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
And the starting group for Chicago. They've got Tari Eason, and it's Reed in at center. George passes to Olajuwon. Intercepted! Here's Paxson. Takes it inside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Takes a step back. Here's George. Great D that time from Pippen. Chicago with the ball. Here's Paxson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Olajuwon. 15 in his last outing. George outside. 4 on the clock. Lets it fly. Eason pulls it in.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
White, the pass to Eason. White against Johnson. Pass to Reed. Back to White. And he banks in the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
So it's Orlando now. Still without a basket in the game. Johnson passes to George. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Misses from close range.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Now Reed. In his last outing, 16 points for him. 6 to shoot. Pass to Paxson. Over Daniels. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. The Magic have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Daniels. Back to Johnson. To get back on track. The shot's good by Olajuwon.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Pippen. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Takes a 3. Drops in the 3.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Magic trail by 7. George outside. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Pippen.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Pass to Eason. Chicago passing it around. Pippen outside. Picked by Reed. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Rebounded by Daniels.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And watching Dyson Daniels over the past year or two, he's really coming to his own stage.
Yeah, Brian, sometimes it's just about being in the right situation, in a role that plays to your strength. That's really unlocks some things for him.
So it's Chicago now. Orlando making their last shot. Pippen outside. Second chance shot. Count that one. Reed.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 7. Here's Olajuwon. Guarded by Reed. They get it back. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Chicago going with a whole new group out there. This is a game neither of these teams wanted to play. They were both hoping to capture a 6th seed during the regular season. Rest up for round one. Instead, they finished 7-8 and are in danger of missing the playoffs.
And that's what makes tonight especially important. A win automatically locks up the 7th seed for you. Now, you increase your momentum going into the playoffs, too. It's actually an opportunity to step up your game before the postseason starts.
And for the loser tonight, it's just the opposite. Momentum is running away from you. You have to turn it around quickly to play in the elimination game. And even if you win that, you're going to be exhausted heading into a 7-game series. Here's Thomas, following the bucket by the Magic. Out to the right wing. Wide open look. Sigma, no good.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Gobert passes to Cunningham. Here's Sharman. And it's all tied up.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
The Bulls have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Here's Aguirre. He picked up 10 in his last game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. No good on the free throw. Up missing both free throws. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Cunningham on the wing. Thomas defends. Nedelicki, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Price. Thomas defends. Nedelicki passes to Sharman. Cunningham, left side. Spins. And a nice finish on the layup.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Thomas outside. Pass to Sigma. And there's another one for Chicago.
Isaiah Thomas.
End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
Now here's Thomas, averaging around 5 points a game. Here's Aguirre. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's Price. Thomas defends. Out to the right wing. Here's Sharman. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Bulls out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back to the second quarter of this play-in tournament matchup. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
They've got Cunningham, Dyson Daniels out there with Johnson. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Nedelicki in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. George, he's checked in for Orlando. Reed's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for... And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And so here is Chicago. Pass to Eason. Out left to the wing. Picked by Reed. Clock at 6. Paxson. No good. That's his 3rd miss out of 5 attempts. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Magic. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Down low. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Pass to George. 4-3. And foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Pippen's checked in. The Bulls trail by 3. And here's White. The 3-ball. The rebound by DeBusschere.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Daniels passes to Johnson. And the bucket is good. And it's a 5-point Magic lead.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Back to White. Pippen outside. White on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Chicago passing it around. No good with the triple. Orlando leading by 5. George, right side. Outside Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. Daniels. That 3's off the mark. Chicago has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. There's the drive. Pass to Pippen to stop the drought. And again, no good by Chicago. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And here's Daniels. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Here's George. It's hauled in by Paxson.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Now here's Pippen. Nails it from 3. Pippen's got his second basket on the night.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Back to George. Pass to DeBusschere. Here's Olajuwon. Guarded by Reed. Blocked! Pippen. Pass to Paxson. Back to Pippen. Steps back and fires. Rebound by the Magic.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Pass to Olajuwon. Back to Johnson. Daniels outside. Here's Olajuwon. Goes to the fadeaway. And the Magic lead by 4. Chicago has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Here's White. Banked it in off the glass.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It may be a player's league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Price, the pass to Gobert. Here's Price. No made baskets yet. Inside. It's stolen. And they're on the run. Got a piece of it. Here's DeBusschere. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. A rebound by Aguirre.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Thomas with the ball. Out to the wing. Pulls up. Pippen, no good. Orlando leading. Here's Sharman. Pass to Price. Now here's Cunningham. Here's DeBusschere. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown. Orlando again missing. And Thomas has got the ball here for the Bulls. Now Ivy. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Price. Over Thomas. Price gets the bucket. And the Magic lead by 4.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Pass to Sigma. Chicago passing it around. Here's Aguirre. And there's the rejection. DeBusschere passes to Price. Here's Sharman. To the middle. Here's DeBusschere. The rebound by Aguirre. The Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Thomas. 1:03 left in the second quarter. Here's Aguirre. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Aguirre's got his first points of the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Gobert with a screen on Thomas. Here's Price. Thomas defends. Here's Price. Rebounded by Pippen.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Aguirre. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
This is his second.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. That one drops. He ties it up. 23 seconds left in the first half. Here's Price. Thomas defends. Picked by Gobert. To the inside. Oh, ferocious from Gobert.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes 2 points, moves on. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Speaking with Jamal Mosley, Coach, I know you told your team before the game, let's be ourselves. Keep doing what we've been doing. So far, so good?
That was it. We've been here for a reason. Like, we've done it all year long by playing together, playing as a team, playing as a unit, defending at a high level. And these guys, that's what we need to do more of.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Chicago Bulls.
Guys taking shots for them, trying to do too much all at once. I think it's jamming up their flow. Yeah, everyone has to have a role on the offensive end. Share the ball and trust your teammates.
Checking out the circumstances for the Orlando Magic. A close one in this play-in tournament 7-8 game. The winner advances to the playoffs. The loser has another shot at it, Kenny.
Yeah, it's not actually do or die. It's like a game 6. If you lose tonight, you're sweating that next one.
Yeah, and I love this format. The more pressure, the more excitement for the fans.
Absolutely. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to 2K Sports coverage of the play-in game as we move to the second half of action. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. They've got Tari Eason, and it's Reed in it to 5. George with it, now guarded by White. Here's DeBusschere to the left side wing. Pass to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Daniels. George outside, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Chicago trailing here. White, the pass to Pippen. The kick out to White. Picked by Reed. To the paint. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Olajuwon. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Reed.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
White, the pass to Paxson. For the lead from 20 feet. And again, it's Chicago.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Magic. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Pass to Olajuwon. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's White. Pippen outside. Back to White. Pass to Easton. And here's White. Here's Paxson. Shot clock at 6. Here he goes. Orlando with the rebound. The Bushers got 7 rebounds in the game. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. For Chicago, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Paxson. White with a screen on George. Goes up on the wing. Paxson can't get it to go.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Nedelicki. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Olajuwon. 7 points in the game. Easton with a steal. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
White, the pass to Paxson. Count it. Paxson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Easy shot for him. He'll take that every time up the floor.
Pass to Nedelicki. Back to Johnson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
The Free throw drops for Johnson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Bulls trail by 3. Now Thomas. Pass to Aguirre. And it's rejected. Here's Price. It's hauled in by Lucas. Chicago has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Sigma, defended by Gobert. Here's Aguirre. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Over Cunningham. Aguirre can't hit.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Pass to Nedelicki. Soft touch off the glass. Nedelicki's got 6.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Thomas, right side. Sigma. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Cunningham, a screen on Thomas. To the middle. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. He hits the second from the line. The Bulls trail by 4. Here's Aguirre. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Sharman. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Price. Gets a very good look and converts. Price has got his second bucket of the night. 1:31 left in the third. Thomas outside. Driving in. Ivy outside. Knocked loose. In transition, the Magic on the run. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
.102 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Thomas outside. Ivy outside. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. And again, it's Chicago.
Well, I like the mid-range shot from Ivy. That's a key for him in his development.
Price, pass to Sharman. To the inside. Here's Nedelicki. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The Bulls trail by 6. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas drives in. Here's Sigma. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Sigma's gotten 4 this quarter.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Here's Price. And here's Cunningham outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The third quarter comes to a close. Orlando ahead, leading by 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And we welcome you back as we head into the 4th quarter of this decisive play-in game. Cunningham is out there with George. And it's Sharman in at the 2. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now here's Easton. Pass to Thomas. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. White, he's checked in for Ivy. Here's Sigma. Outside Eason. Pass to Sigma. Clock at 6. Here's Thomas. And the shot goes in.
They've made things hard on themselves, going cold in the first half. But they've been warming up since.
Down low. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That free throw misses. Orlando making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. That one's no good. Chicago trailing here. Pippen with it. Guarded now by George. The game now all tied up.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Cunningham outside. Inside. Here's Nedelicki. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Now here's Easton. Pippen, pass to White. Chicago passing it around. And there's a pick. Here's Paxson. Here's Lucas. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Reed's checked in for Chicago. The free throw is good. Now leading by 1. The Magic shooting the ball.
Shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Count the basket. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And their offense has been much tighter since halftime. The guys are starting to work together, moving the ball around, getting good shots.
There's a screen. Here's Sharman. To Olajuwon. Here's DeBusschere. Fires from the wing. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Paxson passes to Pippen. Outside White. Here's Paxson. And he's going for the oop here. Here's Sharman. He's guarded by White. Here's Sharman. Pass to Olajuwon. Kicks it to George. For three. And another miss by Orlando.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now White. Here's Lucas. Here's the three. The rebound by Sharman. On the wing, Daniels. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Orlando. Number 24. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to George. The three is up. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
Now that's a confidence booster. Great effort on the offensive glass.
Well, his value increases when he can get offensive boards late in games like that.
Here's Lucas. Here's Pippen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
They get the rebound. Olajuwon. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Now, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Pippen with it. Working on George. Oh, George with a steal. And it's Orlando on the break. Picked it out of midair. Back to White. Reed inside. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
The Bulls making a switch here. Easton's checked in.
One shot.
Bulls trail by 4. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's White.
Tough road ahead. They worked hard to get a good shot.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. The lead is 2. With the drive. Here's Daniels. Shot clock at That's off. The Bulls have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Now White.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter here. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Olajuwon. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, he cannot hit. Pippen with it. Into the lane. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Olajuwon, guarded by Reed. And is blocked. Johnson against White. Now here's Pippen, tightly guarded. It's tipped. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. And coach didn't want... Four on the clock. Shoot from 12. Oh, it misses. White against Johnson. Daniels left side. Here's Olajuwon, guarded by Reed. Now George. Oh, he missed the jumper. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
15 seconds left to play in the fourth. George! Oh, no good! Unable to win this run. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
Orlando calls timeout. They're behind by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
George feels it out a bit. And there it is. The Chicago Bulls come away with a huge win. Beautiful performance. A clutch performance. From the opening tip, you could tell they were playing with purpose.
Yeah, locking in that 7th seed has to feel good. This turned out to be a good matchup for them.
And that's going to do it for us. This play-in game is wrapped up as the final playoff picture becomes clearer. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
record that these teams don't like each other. Good.
Kevin, these teams not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Chet Holmgren out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Suggs. And it's Sampson in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Suggs. Robinson with the block. Heinrich against Anunoby. Robinson's got the first points up on the board here for Toronto. A great